Hello, welcome to my channel. The time now is 8:02 p.m. And before I do anything else, I must give praises to the Most High
Yes.
and to my Pueblo people in Pueblo Village, New Mexico. Um, hi, and I have a GoFundMe page to raise money for these indigenous people. They in bad need of stoves because their houses is adobe houses. I'm not saying all of them live in those, but they need the wood burning stoves. And to my Lakota brothers in their native language, many Machone, that means water's life. And if you like what I'm saying, comment and share. If you don't, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to put my truth out there. Now, we get started. Okay, what do you want to say, Cougar, about what's going on?
It's very hot. Um, well, like my husband said, it's I love you all. You know, there's a lot of things going on in this world that it's like upside down. Places getting flooded, and they have hurricanes and volcanoes erupting. All kinds of things are going on. That are very important. Because we have to safeguard and help each other and bring clean water and supplies to people and try to rescue people. But it also we should try to be kinder to one another. A lot of people aren't being too kind, and I don't think trying to ruin somebody's career is that is not a good move. I feel that we I, I really don't care if somebody clout chases. If they clout chase, they making money. Good for them. But to
But they
cl-
doing that at other people's expense.
but to try to put people down, ruin their reputations. It, Everybody has good and bad in them. Everyone has good and evil in them. I mean, maybe there's a few people who are superior and they're beyond that. They don't have evil in them anymore, no evil intentions or thoughts, which I would love to be. I would love to be
Like these
that.
people we getting ready to dress about Christian Rock. I'm not saying no names because they know
I,
who they are.
I, I love Krishan. Like, I know y'all are gonna get angry. I love Diddy too, but I don't like what Diddy did. Yes, that is wrong. That is very wrong. And I know his mom is involved in it. So I know there's a lot of things that aren't good, but you don't hate somebody because they make a mistake, because they commit sins, because majority of us commit sins.
Everybody on this town that's talking on their town talking about Christian, they all sinners. So how could you judge her when you gonna be judged yourself? I don't know why y'all think y'all exempt.
Nobody's exempt.
Now you heard them say something today about her, right?
Yes, I
The
didn't I
hater.
didn't understand at first. I thought Krishan was speaking to a minister. A lot of ministers have doctorates. They do a lot of schooling. You can get your ministry license off online. You can do part of it in the classroom. You can do part of it online. You can get the whole thing online, so it's much more convenient to be able to get things. So I thought she was speaking to either a doctor, like maybe a medical doctor, or a minister that has a doctorate of ministry. But he actually appeared to be a dentist, right? And people were laughing and thinking. I don't mean the people that were in the stream. She was streaming on Kick, I believe. I tuned in. I saw some of it. I got tired. I didn't take my medication to prevent migraines, so I got kind of tired and I fell asleep for a few minutes. But I saw what was going on. First of all, once I realized she was in a dentist office because she was in a chair and she's running around the office and running down the hallway because she's under the influence of the gas. that he gave her. I could tell she was slurring her speech. She was like, it's hard to explain. He was telling her after he gave her the needles, she will start fall asleep, and she said, I don't want to fall asleep, which I understand. I don't particularly like to be asleep during surgeries either. So,
Yeah, you want to see what's going on.
right, and I want to be awake because you have a better chance of surviving a surgery if you're awake than if you're asleep. So, in my opinion, I prefer to be awake. Even if they're gonna block it out usually so you can't see everything because they don't want to scare you. But certain things I like seeing. I got to see they did like a microscopic surgery on my foot, and I could see it on the television screen. He had like a monitor. It's a short, a small monitor, but on the they had my foot blocked off, like they had a sheet that they put it over some metal so that it was hanging, and I couldn't see my actual foot, but I could see the surgery being performed on the monitor, and I didn't fall asleep. I made sure I got a very good night's rest. And when they gave me the anesthesia and everything, in fact, they gave me the anesthesia too early, and they were poking my toes, and they told me that it was gonna burn, and it did. The anesthesia burned when they injected at least like 2 to 3 toes, and then the other doctors came in there. The anesthesiologist came in there, and he yelled at the podiatrist, and they like kind of ran, and then they came back. But like I'm trying to say is that she was under the influence of the drugs
And people said
that
something
they
about it.
gave her, and they're like, oh, she's crashing out, she's flipping out. She wasn't crashing out. If you want to say a person's crashing out because the drugs that are administered by doctors are making are making a person act odd, that's not their fault. those are the those are the consequences of the anesthesia. It hurts because when he was injecting the needles, I was saying to the TV set, like as if he could see me. When it had been streamed, I don't know, maybe few
They act
hours.
like this girl's the prison.
I was watching it in the morning, but it had already been streamed. Like I caught it. I'm not sure how many hours later, but maybe a few hours later. So she probably came there early in the morning. But she was acting a certain way because of the anesthesia. She was not acting out to be funny, to try to, take over. It was nothing like that. And I think that most of the people there realized that, and they grabbed her and, walked her back to the chair so that she could be comfortable. And I know they were doing a lot of things with her mouth. I'm not 100% sure what everything was going on because I know that she had told the audience a couple of years ago that she had to remove her tooth a lot because it would hurt. And then after you remove it so much, the bone starts disappearing. But I heard that they have this new nano toothpaste. More than one company, I believe, sells it. It's like they call it nano, NANO. It's maybe some kind of nano oxide or something. I don't know that much about it. I have wanted to try. Some of them are like $12, some are $24 a tube. And it's supposed to help build your bones back and build and regrow teeth. There's other things that can regrow teeth too. There's Lakotas that have herbs that can regrow your tooth. Would you say they told you it takes about 3 years to grow
Mm-hmm.
back? Well, put it like this: I wouldn't care if it took 3 years
Because
to
it come
grow
from the
back.
earth. Anything come from the earth is natural.
Well, not everything, because they
Mm-hmm.
have poison mushrooms too.
Oh yeah.
Remember,
Mm-hmm.
but but any but what I'm trying to say is, people need to let people catch a break
This
the
girl can't make a
the
move.
reason why she defends herself is because so many people attack her. They attack her online and everything. And just like Cardi B, you don't have to respond to everything they said. Cardi B likes to take up for herself. Yet I hear other people saying, "Oh, I admire that about Cardi," but you don't admire when Krishan takes up for herself. Just literally going after her for everything. If she sneezes, whatever she does, it's a problem. That's insane. It doesn't make
And
sense.
all the people that doing that is every last one of them is
You're
sinners.
all these so many
Y'all all
people.
benefiting from her.
I see people that I never saw. I'm not saying they never did, but I never saw a lot of people, and they have commentaries and things about Krishan, or they're watching her lives,
I'm
and
not
they're
saying no name. It's like the
critiquing
Jamaican
it.
lady always comment on Christian. She not even an American.
It doesn't matter that she's not red horse.
No, because the immigrants always think they know
That's not
everything,
what that's about. This is global. The internet goes all over almost everywhere in the
and
world.
they all want to hurt this girl. They don't care if she do got it. That's wicked. You know, and
Now,
all the
I'm
people.
not I'm not against the lady that talks about Krishan, because you know why? I feel she's being fed incorrect information. Spirits do not tell you what you want to know. They tell you what they want you to know. So they can go against her, they can go against anybody. And a lot of people do not believe in that. Most Christians, from what I know, do not believe in that. So they
Fake
try to
Christians.
save. You're not being fake. What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about the people that
You
all
are
saying
not
something.
talking
I'm
about.
not even perfect,
Nobody
but
is
they act
really.
like they God Almighty, and they always talking about who y'all worshiping, who y'all calling on. When y'all be saying,
If
"Oh,
you curse somebody out, curse about what they're doing, and you're calling her the daughter of darkness, and other people, like they pick at Cardi, they pick at Nikki, they're constantly picking at people. If those people are making money, I understand Cardi has been in this business longer. She's known almost all over the world. There's a girl named, well, she's not a girl, she's a woman, Mary Jane, and I don't know what she's doing right now, but she was traveling all over the world. And she said everywhere she goes, there's only three artists that she hears almost everywhere she goes. And she travels the worldwide, not just in a few places. Granted, there's going to be places that never heard of American artists because they're in a isolated place. I understand that. And that's okay. You don't have to know about everything. Sometimes that's better that you not know about certain things.
and
But
my mother also told me,
no,
my
I
mother wasn't even perfect, but my mother always said to me when she was alive, God rest her soul, she said that when you so-called Christians be cussing at people, unless you really mocking God and you cussing at Him, He the one created you, and every time you do that, something bad will happen. I could say
well, we're
I'm
put,
not a Christian.
we're
I
putting
don't
out
do that.
bad energy because I
Yeah,
cussed today too. I was
yeah,
angry.
but you human, they trying to be like Christians, like they perfect, they don't commit
I
no
know, but
sins.
I was trying to tell them, when you cut me off.
Okay.
The Mary Jane said that wherever she goes around the world, of course, she hasn't been every place, but she's been to a lot of countries. And she said everywhere she goes, there's only three artists that she hears everywhere that she goes. That's Michael Jackson, Beyonce, and Cardi. Now, if Cardi is being played in most places around the world, that's a big deal. Cardi and Nicki Minaj are two of the biggest rappers in the world, and Nicki can sing too. I don't know. Cardi probably can sing also. She has like a baby voice, a sweet voice, and people with those sweet, light tone voices, they are usually good singers. So I don't understand, give the girl a break. Give all of them a break. You know, people. I see people. Yes, I know you may not know Red Horse. They brought in Nikki too. That's why sometimes she has an attitude because she reads the comments or people say things about her and it's annoying. It gets annoying. This, you know, you have a comment, just saying something and you're not trying to help somebody and just being mean, that doesn't make sense. You know, if you want to talk to them, DM them, send them a private message, right? If you
Hmm.
want to speak to them on the phone, ask, can you call them on, you know, they have a way, I think, that you can call them without seeing their number, right?
Hmm.
My doctors call me and I can't usually see their number. And even if I can, I don't call them back because that's personal, that's private. That's another thing. People don't seem to know what private means anymore. If everyone has a sense of privacy, I can't give out people's numbers because people are, it's not like when I was a kid. They just not into that. They want permission. So I can ask permission. If the person says no, or the other person gives me the number to give to them, that's different. And we have to respect that. And that's one thing that is I didn't like that Krishan did. You don't give out the location to where the exercise lady lived. That's not nice. I don't do stuff like that. I'm not trying to get anybody hurt, and I know she doesn't want to be hurt. She has a child. You know, we have to respect that. We give people respect. Stop encroaching on everybody's territory and their feelings. Just because someone is famous or you know, everybody's not an A star. You know, everybody is not Jay Z. Everybody is not Diddy. Everybody's not Beyonce. Those are A stars, A list stars. I'm not stupid. It doesn't matter who we like or who I like. They are A-list stars, right, Red Hawk? They have
Hmm.
proven themselves in the entertainment field, and they have other people that they manage, you know, like Rihanna. Well, you know, Rihanna's probably not underneath their management anymore. But you understand what I'm saying? They manage big name acts. Rita Ora was underneath Jay Z's management. He's not necessarily he I heard he wasn't Rihanna's manager. His sister was, but still his sister is related to him, and she worked for his management company. So it's still that your main manager would be seen as Jay Z, even if he's not handling you personally, right? So I just don't understand why people can't give people respect. Just because somebody does something wrong doesn't mean that we have to hate them. You are supposed to pray for them and think positive thoughts to send them good vibes, send them encouragement that they will become a better person.
And they heard in the movie, but that's a true story. When Moses was talking to Ramsey, remember he said, "Out of his own mouth comes out judgment." So when y'all judging this girl, y'all gonna be judged too. 'Cause it's coming out your own mouth,
Mhm.
and that's why I know I believe in the Creator and everything, but I'm not trying to say I'm a Christian because a Christian that's serious business. You gotta really do what you said you're gonna do, not backslide like a
It,
lot of y'all do.
it is hard to be a Christian. It's hard to be any religion, and
Hmm.
like I told people, Buddhism is not a religion; it's a philosophy.
So
Because
practice what you
I used to
preach.
study it. I know, yeah, and that's another thing. It is hard because there are people who are gonna come at you, and there's evil forces in the world
But see what I
that
don't like about
attack
them,
people.
they act like they perfect. Like
None of
you
us
can have an
are.
opinion, but that's judging, and the only person supposed to do that is a man upstairs. All y'all and point yourself as gods
I
and
keep
stuff.
seeing people calling people the D word. I don't like that. Yeah, like everyone is trying to call somebody out. Let's put it like this: if you're call, it takes one to know one. So how would you know that person is on D time if you're not on there yourself?
Hmm.
So
That's why I could say gladly. That don't mean I'm a bad person. I said I'm not a Christian because Christians it come with a lot of stuff that y'all not following. I cuss too, but I admit
I'm
I'm a
trying
sinner.
not to
I'm a
cuss.
sinner too, but
I've
y'all
been
cuss
cussing
and try to
lately, and sorry.
and y'all try to justify what y'all say, so y'all figure, like they said, y'all got freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want. That means you got freedom of speech. I mean, you ain't have to
You
listen
can
to the creator.
say whatever you want to a certain extent. If you're going around threatening people's lives,
Like I heard people
then
threaten
that
this girl's
is
life.
not good. That you can be arrested for.
I
Yeah,
seen people threaten to take her
ever
out.
since the terrorist acts, they you can be arrested for threatening people's lives. You don't do that. It's not that serious. It wasn't that serious for her to flip out like that. Why are you doing that?
For
And another thing, when somebody talks a roundabout way, from what I heard, I really didn't hear Krishan say that she was gonna do XYZ to people. She just said, I have people to call too. People were saying they have people that they're gonna call. She has a family. She has a really
they
big
act like she can't
family.
defend herself, but they can attack her. But now she say something, they be like, "Ooh, that's
I
dumb
would
and
hope that my
idiotic."
family would have my back.
They act
I
like a
don't want to be in that position, but I'm just saying I would hope that my family would have my back.
grown people acting like a bunch of third graders. All them
Exactly.
pointing like, "Oh, he said this about me. Oh, she said that about me."
I'll be honest with you. If I was concerned, I really wouldn't care what they would say.
When
All
you
sh
respond
the
back, that
only
makes it
thing she
worse.
has to deal with is just a, have her personal relationship with the supreme being, and and you know do what she has to
Ooh,
do
this
for
room is getting hot.
her child and her career, and please the she I wish I knew her. I could call her up and tell her you don't have to prove anything to anybody. Just do what you have to do that's best for your life. What's best for her life may not be best for yours. And everybody trying to pinpoint um things about her child. I'm not a doctor.
They even judging the
I'm not
poor
a
baby.
physical therapist. You that she I heard her sister talking today, and she said one of her sisters said the child is meeting all his appointments, and
Yeah,
she's
they don't know
doing
what's
what
going on.
he's going where he's supposed to go. So stop concerning yourself. If she didn't have the child with her when she's outside, you all would say, oh, she's neglecting him. Where is he? Where is he? You can't make these people happy. Maybe that her lifestyle doesn't fit yours. One day she will want to chill.
Clean your own backyard before you
Yeah,
try to clean
exactly. But
somebody
but
else.
if she decides, that's for her to decide. We don't live her life. We don't know how she feels. We're not in her brain or anything or her heart. And you can't go around calling people false Christians because
When
you
half of y'all,
we don't
all of
have
y'all is false
most
Christians.
of us do not have the discernment to determine that. That is only for the supreme being to determine, not us. So could you please stop calling people out and trying to make them look so evil? It's not just her. They're doing this to other people.
They
Come on.
cast a
They
spell.
they dragged Diddy through the mud. Granted, he made some bad decisions. He really, really did. But I don't hate him. He's still a person.
hmm
Come on, give a person a break. That it doesn't mean that he should get off. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that harming him is not going to be good for us. That's not good for your karma. That's not good for your life. That's not good for your that's just heaping sins and coals on top of our heads. When we keep on pointing the finger at other people, what about our backyards? Clean up your own backyard before you talk about somebody else's.
hmm
And I know there's people that have beautiful backyards and they go out and talk about other people's things too. Everyone does not have the time to clean up 24/7. I'm sick. I cannot clean up all the time. I barely can walk sometimes. Therefore, I'm saying give people a break. Try to be kind. Try to be loving. Send encouragement to these people, prayers to them. Let's try to be kind to one another. That would be more helpful than just saying, "Oh, somebody is a D." A
Instead of
D
y'all doing something
doesn't make
productive in
any
your life,
sense.
y'all like to bash and hurt people, and that's not right either. Nobody on this earth is perfect.
No.
Only the Creator
I
is.
I love my friends. Even my friend, I love my family. Even my friends and family that did stuff to me, I still love them. I love
Hmm.
my friends. I love my ex classmates that I went to school with. Even the kids that gave me a hard time, I still love them.
But y'all just hate.
Yeah, I'm not going to get on the hate train.
And it's not
It's not
because of that.
happening.
I think they all attacking Krishan like that to make money and get
And,
clout.
and it's another thing too. I think that some of them are being paid. That's what I really think because
Hmm.
we saw things going on the internet. I don't really want to bring it up where people didn't have a lot. It wasn't for Sean. There was other people that did not have a lot of likes, and all of a sudden they received thousands of likes like
You can pay
in
for that
15
stuff.
minutes. Yes, you can pay people to like
We know a
you.
YouTuber
We
did
saw that
that.
on Darkman. Remember
Yeah.
when Darkman has a show where he has actors that
Hmm.
act out different scenarios and they're supposed to be based off of true stories.
Yeah, somebody giving you like $5,000 or $10,000. They pay for their likes and they pay for their what's the other thing that when you get views. Um.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Mm,
Likes, views, all that. If 50,000 people or 50 million people like your videos, it, you could make a lot of money from that. You That's going viral, most definitely,
yeah, I gotta
right?
get out of the room now. It's hot in
Yeah,
here.
it's
Ooh.
too hot. I'm sorry. Have a good night. Stay cool and be careful and be safe.
And stop trying to pretend to be God,
And
because you're not
we love
nobody.
you all, but we have to do better as people. We have to do better and treat other people properly.
If I met Krishan Rock, I would be her personal trainer, and she'd be a nice
She'll be a
fighter,
boxer, a
boxer.
wrestler. She already knows how to wrestle. I saw what she did to those two guys.
So I wish everybody a good night and have a blessed evening,
Yes.
and stop hating on
Thank you very
people,
much.
because
I pray
when you
all of you are highly favored,
mm,
heavily favored, and I love you all. And please take care of one another.
because y'all going to catch karma. Everybody that's dogging this girl, don't you know you casting spells? That's why in school when they said we're gonna teach you spelling, they teaching you how to cast spells. See, spelling spell. It's the same thing. You don't believe me? Look the damn thing up. That's what y'all doing. When you hinder somebody like that and keep saying, "Oh, I wish this person to go somewhere," it
Oh,
can backfire and come to you.
good night.
All right,
Thank
so that's
you.
all I have to
What
say for
time
the
is
night.
it?
The time now is
9?
8:30
8:30.
p.m.
8:30. It's getting dark. But
All right,
we're on
so
Eastern Standard Time, Connecticut.
in my language, Danada Wado, that means take care and have a blessed
Down
evening.
about why don't and
Have a blessed
um
evening.
what's the Machoni Water is Life? What is it,
And
Lola?
yeah, many machone,
Mini
water's
Machoni
life.
Water is Life in Lakota. Thank you.
Yawish, that means thank you. Good night.